You must sleep with this woman every night, and when you are done, you will wipe her private parts with this hanky and put it inside this big bag. The bag will be filled with money the following day, but you must never let anyone see her, and you must not sleep with any other woman. Once upon a time, in the bustling city of Lagos, there lived a very wealthy man named Mr. Okeke. He had big companies with stores all over the country. Mr. Okeke had twin sons, and he loved them very much because his wife died giving birth to them. The first son was Obinna, and the second son was Chinedu. Chinedu and Obinna were smart, but they were difficult. Chinedu was kind and always helped the poor people. People loved him for his generosities, but Obinna, on the other hand, was rude and thought the poor people were lazy. Mr. Okeke noticed that Chinedu had a good heart and wanted him to take over the company. But Obinna was the elder son, and by tradition, he was supposed to be the heir. Mr. Okeke couldn't decide who should take over the company, so he came up with a plan. He called his sons to a meeting with his lawyer. "My sons," Mr. Okeke said, "I will soon retire, and one of you must take over my company. But I can't choose based on age alone. I want you both to prove who deserves it better." Obinna smiled with confidence. "I am the first son, father, so I should be the heir," he said. Mr. Okeke shook his head. "No, I want to be fair. You both must find a wife within a year. The one who brings home a wife who truly loves him will be the heir." Chinedu listened carefully and agreed, while Obinna grumbled but accepted the challenge. Mr. Okeke gave each of them money to live on for 3 months and told them to leave the house and start their journey. Chinedu went to a small village far away and pretended to be a poor beggar. He wanted to find a woman who would love him for who he was and not for his wealth. He rented a small house and started working in the market. He sells vegetables and fruits. He was kind to everyone, and soon people began to like him. In the village, Chinedu met an old man named Babatunde, who sold fruits in the market too. Babatunde was kind and wise. He shared his knowledge about farming and business with Chinedu, who listened eagerly. Babatunde said, "Young man, kindness is like a seed. When you plant it, it grows into a tree that gives shelter and fruit to many." Chinedu thought about these words every day as he walked. He always made sure to help anyone in need. One day, a boy fell and hurt his nail in the market. Chinedu rushed over, cleaned the wound, and gave the boy some fruit to cheer him up. The boy's mother thanked Chinedu with tears in her eyes. Meanwhile, Obinna spent his money quickly on parties and expensive things in the big city of Abuja. He thought he could buy love, but soon he ran out of money. Obinna had to do manly jobs like cleaning the toilets and guarding buildings to survive. He was frustrated and angry, blaming everyone but himself for his problems. One night, Obinna met a man in a bar who told him about a powerful woman named Amina. "She can make you rich," the man said, "but be careful. There is always a price." Obinna, being desperate, he found Amina and begged for her help. Amina agreed, but warned him that there would be a price. She took Obinna to the mortuary and they bought a dead pregnant woman and they took her to his house. She said, "You must sleep with this woman every night, and when you are done, you will wipe her private parts with this hanky and put it inside this big bag. The bag will be filled with money the following day, but you must never let anyone see her, and you must not sleep with any other woman." Obinna agreed and started making a lot of money. He bought a big house and expensive clothes. Soon, he met a beautiful woman named Amara and wanted to marry her. But Amina appeared and reminded him of the rules. "You cannot marry anyone else," she warned. "If you do, you will lose everything." Obinna paid deaf ears to her warning and proposed to Amara. But on their wedding night, Amina appeared again and Obinna went mad. He lost all his wealth and he disappeared. Back in the village, Chinedu's business thrived. He made friends with many villagers, including a young woman named Nkem. She was kind and hardworking and always helped her family. Chinedu admired her from afar, hoping she would see him for who he was. One rainy day, Chinedu saw Nkem struggling with a heavy basket full of yam. He rushed to help her carry the basket to her house. Nkem thanked him and invited him for a meal. As they ate, they talked about their dreams and hope. Nkem told Chinedu about her wish to start a small school for children in the village. Chinedu was impressed by her kindness and generosity. "You have a big heart, Nkem. I believe you will make a wonderful teacher," he said. Days turned into weeks, and Chinedu and Nkem spent more time together. They visited the markets, helped the elder, and played with the village children. One evening, as the sun set over the village, Chinedu finally gathered the courage to tell Nkem the truth. "Nkem," he said, "I have something to confess to you. I am not a poor man. My father is a wealthy businessman, and he sent me here to find a woman who would love me for who I am and not for my money. I have found that woman in you." Nkem was surprised but touched by Chinedu's honesty. "Chinedu, I have always admired your kindness and sincerity. I love you for who you are and not for your wealth." Chinedu and Nkem decided to return to Lagos together. When they arrived, Mr. Okeke was overjoyed to meet Nkem. "You have found a woman with a kind heart. Chinedu, my son, you are the rightful heir to my company." Few months later, Chinedu and Nkem got married and they lived happily. Chinedu ran the company with kindness and generosity. Just like his father, they started a foundation to help the poor and build schools in the village. Nkem's dreams of starting a school came true and she became a beloved teacher. As for Obinna, he learned a hard lesson about greedy and arrogance. He wandered the streets, regretting his choices. One day, he found himself in a small village where he met an old man who helped him find work and shelter. Slowly, Obinna began to change. He realized the importance of kindness and hard work. Years later, Chinedu and Nkem visited the village where Obinna was living. They came for a business meeting to meet the king so they could open more branches for their school. But to their surprise, they met Obinna on the way and they were shocked to see him but happy to find that he had changed and he was still alive. They welcomed him back into their lives, forgiving his past mistakes. The story of the two brothers teaches us that true love and kindness are more valuable than wealth and power. It reminds us that helping others and being honest will always lead to a better life. And so, Chinedu and Obinna became a legend, inspiring many to choose kindness over greedy and to seek true love over riches. If you like this story, you would also like the story above you. Please hit the like button, subscribe, drop a comment, and share this story to your family and loved ones. See you in the next story. Bye.